Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to everybody. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and most merciful, we are starting the proceedings of the day with our speaker, Dr. Rahul Srivastava, who has already joined. He is with us. Sir, I gracefully and humbly welcome you to this meeting with us this morning. Most welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, I am really very thankful to the Dr. Rahul Srivastava, who has accepted our invitation, and he has made it a point to be with us this morning, despite his busy schedule. I am really thankful to you. We are blessed with your presence, sir, and we are really humbled by your presence this morning. Being a Saturday over here, a holiday, but our participants are coming here and they are joining us. I think within minutes, we will have a full quorum, more than 70 students. Sir, the participants are basically the internees, which are already in the last leg of their professional career. They are just outgoing, and some of them are postgraduates. They have already completed their graduation and are pursuing their post-graduation in different fields. They are our participants. Besides that, we have with us some faculty members. I am really thankful to our Professor Azmat Alam Khan, who is Associate Director Research, SUCOST Kashmir. He always remains at our back. I am really thankful to Professor Azmat Alam for being there every time and your moral support us. And I am thankful to other members of the faculty, Professor Noor Alam, Professor Pottu, many others. Most welcome to this webinar this morning. This will be probably the fourth webinar in queue for this training program of Livestock Entrepreneurship Practicum. And we have with us today Dr. Rahul Srivastava, who has earned Master of Veterinary Medicine from Indian Veterinary Research Institute and MBA in Agribusiness from G.V. Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar. He has received 9 certifications from University of Maryland, MIT, and University of Pennsylvania, USA, on entrepreneurship development, new venture finance, and social impact strategy. He has 24 publications in international and national journals and professional organizations. Dr. Rahul has a diversified work experience in East Africa, West Africa, Nepal, and India, in private animal health organizations, government organizations, like ICR, IBRA, Ministry of Agriculture, India, international organizations like International Crops Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics for Veterinary Business, Incubator Establishment in Ghana, and International Development Organizations, GALV. In his most recent post, he was a Deputy Director at Hester Biosciences Limited, India, handling business development in domestic and international animal health market. In this role, he established veterinary social business and innovative division at Hester Biosciences Limited for catering the veterinary product services in South Asia and Africa. He also managed 4 public-private partnership projects for this My Animal Health product and service delivery for smallholder livestock farmers in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Jharkhand. Currently, Dr. Rahul Srivastava is working as an independent consultant to international development organizations and startups in India. This was a brief about the speaker of the day, Dr. Rahul Srivastava. Recognizing his experience and expertise in the field of innovations, startups, and then their agribusiness, and his degree as MBA in agribusiness. I am really confident, I am fully confident that today's session will be a very important session and a fruitful session for our outgoing internees in shaping their career in the animal sciences, in the animal health sector, or in animal health entrepreneurship sector. So what is the motto of our this program? That's the entrepreneurship program. So look into the vast experience with our speaker of the day, Dr. Rahul Srivastava. I am really confident to see that he can mentor, if not all, many of our outgoing students in livestock entrepreneurship programs. I don't want to be there for much of the time between you participants and the speaker. So I humbly and gracefully request the speaker of the day, Dr. Rahul Srivastava, to kindly unmute yourself and share your presentation. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for a nice introduction. And I'm really privileged to be with professors like you and Dr. Noor Alam, sir, and all the students who are in the final year or in internship program. This is a really crucial phase of your life. So I'm really looking forward to have this interaction with you all. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm not from the academic background, so there may be some points on which you may or may not be agreeing. So that is fine with me. So let us start this presentation. May not be academically correct, but it's a kind of experience sharing between you and me. And yeah, I'm just sharing the screen. So is it visible to all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible. You can take it to presentation mode, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Now. So basically, I'm going to discuss with you entrepreneurial opportunities in livestock sector. And whenever we are saying this kind of entrepreneurial opportunities, so there are many things. But before starting this kind of presentation, I usually give disclaimer, like all the examples and characters we are going to discuss here, they are real and from the field experiences. As Dr. Pampai has mentioned in introduction, I worked in various parts in South Asia and Africa. So I just try to collect those experiences related to the topic. And one more thing, whenever we are talking about entrepreneurship development, so many times I have seen, the students usually weigh this is better or that is better, this job, that job. So my intention is not to defame anything or not to give any superiority, like this is the only thing you should do or you must do. But it's up to everyone, because there are many opportunities, and it has to be aligned with your resources, your character, your attitude. So that's why my intention will not be like that. So in my presentation, if I say something like that, so don't feel like I am giving superiority on one thing on others. So starting this presentation, my aim for this is I'm just going to give you some experiences from field. And the only intention, what Kalam Sahab has said earlier, once your mind stretches to a new level, it never goes back to its original dimension. So my whole intention of this investment, I can say this 40-45 minutes investment is there. The only return I'm expecting, at least to stretch your mind. So let us start this presentation. So whenever we are talking about entrepreneurship opportunity in livestock sector, so usually what happened, this sector is having diverse opportunities and options. And everyone in this webinar, they are different. No two person are same. So there are different aspects which affect your decision or your view on it. And one thing also I want to make clear: entrepreneurship opportunity or entrepreneurship development, it doesn't mean like you must open a shop or company or business, something like that. See, I have seen many researchers in private or public institutions, they are having entrepreneurial opportunity, and with that mindset, entrepreneurial mindset, they are getting more and more projects. They are getting more and more, funding from the research institution. So entrepreneurship development, we usually restrict, okay, it means you have to open your business. I think we need to look at the entrepreneurial mindset. And in fact, in academics also, I've seen many academicians who are very enthusiastic on this, and they think like entrepreneur to grow their division, to grow their dimension. So I think be in academic research or in business field or in field practices, you have to have entrepreneurial mindset. Though you can start your business, you may or may not start. That's a different thing. And there are various factors. First of all, you need to look at the problems where you are going to solve it. What's your desire in future? Your socio-economic environment. No two person are same. Like someone is having highly resourceful background, someone is relatively constrained. So there are some these things are also affecting our decision. Your professional and social network as well, because if you are your friends are from business community, so you will look and think accordingly. Your hesitancy, because entrepreneurial journey start with risk taking attitude, so it's up to you, your attitude, your strength, weakness, your challenges, your resources. Yeah, all these things are affecting your. So are you really interested in entrepreneurship and willing to invest your few minutes in this discussion? Whosoever in today's meeting, they are interested or they are looking for entrepreneurial mindset or entrepreneurial opportunity, they will get something from this next 30-40 minutes. Why I'm saying this? Because when I worked in different parts of India, what we feel in case of entrepreneurial opportunity, we may think, okay, only the commercial aspect of the livestock sector is having entrepreneurial opportunity, and they may miss other other categories where we have lots of option. And in fact, we usually train to look livestock in a similar, in a same manner. Okay, organized livestock farming or commercial livestock farming, but there are traditional way of farming, like in Kashmir, the livestock practices are entirely different. So you may think for commercial livestock farming, but what happened, those who are rearing sheep and goat since ages, so they have different attitude, different opportunities. So we need to look at it, and lots of opportunity for profit companies, not for profit organizations, as well as hybrid business model. Now you may think what I am talking now, because anytime whenever we say business, business means profit. So that is fine, but there are companies who are exclusively working for profit, so like corporates. But there are many companies who are working for a cause, and they are basically not for profit. So they are also working in this domain. And the perfect example from Professor Muhammad Yunus Saab from Bangladesh, and started social business element into this. And there are opportunity for development organization, for not-for-profit organizations, like to working for livelihood improvement and other things. So this is also a kind of opportunity where we are missing. And especially in a difficult terrain like Kashmir, or in northeastern states, or in Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand, I've seen there are many development organizations, they are doing really very good job. And especially in a hybrid business model where you can club both the things. So this is up to you, and this is new dimension which is coming. It is not there in textbooks, these kind of new developments which is happening at field level. So what we can see, this is for all the students, you need to look at different models, different opportunities, and different challenges where you can deal with it. You can identify, like, okay, I want to work in marginal and landless livestock keepers, or I want to work with smallholder or backyard farmer or emerging commercial farmer. I am willing to do my work, or commercial or organized farmer. So nothing is superior or inferior. every segment have opportunities and you can explore as per your understanding. So now coming to the approaches, if you look at it, for-profit organizations, they are like companies, they are working with only for profit, and they try to increase the shareholders value. Whereas not-for-profit organizations, they are only working for the positive impact, social problem reform and everything. But there are scope between these two organizations. So hybrid organizations are coming into the picture, and they can do really good job where you can have social business interventions like what have been done in Bangladesh especially. So I'm moving further and just giving you an example of a hybrid business model is a Narayana Hridayalaya Limited, Devi Prasad Shetty, it's a cardiologist who established a kind of hospital where many things are happening, cardiac surgeries are happening for the poor, and it's a kind of hybrid business model. So now looking at opportunities, so where we are looking opportunity, are we are looking at farmer level, community level, federation level, or commercial entity level? So why I'm emphasizing this, because this clarity has to be there with you or any entrepreneurial mindset. Like where I am going to work. Say for example, if you are going to work at community level, so you can work on herd health aspect or efficient production kind of thing. But if you're working with a commercial entity, like if you're willing to commercial poultry farm, layer farm, broiler hatchery, something like that. So your only intention is on the profitability. You have to improve the profitability in the commercial setup because you have invested lots of resources and you want return. And there are many organizations who are working in goat value chain, so they are what they are making, farmer producer organization, and they are connecting with the bigger trade channels. So with this kind of federations, you can work on value chain. So whenever you are looking for entrepreneurial opportunity, though it's very vast, but you have to think and strategize. Okay, I want to work at a very small level, at farmer level. So my intention will be to improve the productivity of that household, that animal, or something like that. If I'm working at community level, I will think on a larger perspective. In a bigger perspective, I can focus on value chain, and at a more bigger perspective on commercial scale, I can work on profitability. So this will give you your understanding, and in fact you can also understand at what level you can contribute well as per your available resources, your strength. You may be very good at working at farmer level. We are very you are like very talkative, you are discussing with farmer and very empathetically understanding their problem, so you can work at there. But at the same time, you are a bit reserved and you want only profit. You are very good in data, you are good in business skills, so you can target the commercial entity. So it's not like that everyone has the same opportunity. It's customized one, as per your strength and as per the opportunity lying into the market. So why I'm saying this, because see the milk, I just clicked this photograph from my own society, and I have seen like bigger companies like Namaste India, they are also selling milk. There are many dairy farmers who are bottling the milk and they're selling at a premium price, 60, 65, 70 rupees, even 80 rupees. At the same time, in the same society, there are the dodias who are coming with the motorbikes and they are selling at, from 35 to 65 rupee range. So you can understand what kind of chains are happening here. So, and interestingly, in India, milk is being sold from 22 rupee liter to 300 rupee liter. It's up to the marketing, it's up to the value addition. Nowadays adulterations are very high, so you need to work on it. And if you can position yourself, you can give good value to your consumer, they don't mind to pay you higher premium price. Same thing with the ghee. Just have a look on the prices. There are 300 400 rupee ghee. At the same time, there are 2000 rupee ghee also. There are many stories behind this, but my only intention is to give you the range. It is the possible. And especially I just click some of the photograph from the field, and interestingly, where new things are coming, at the same time old thing is also there. Like in Kashmir, if you know some sweet shops who are having well-known reputation in the market, they are still vibrant and they're growing. I'm not sure, I haven't been to Kashmir yet, But I think as per my working in different parts of India, I've seen like there are some sweet shops and something they are well known for their some dishes and everything, and there is always crowd. And at the same time, the same thing like sweets are being sold in the new innovative packaging. So why what I'm trying to say, convey here, like innovative packaging can give you a mileage. At the same time, the older one is also having a kind of opportunity. Now, coming to the innovative products, I think camel milk products, if you look at it, Amul has also launched, and there are many startups. They started working in camel milk powder, and they are selling it the premium pricing. And just consider the camel farmers. They are always like small and a particular community. They are rare. Those farmers in a particular specific geographical area. Camels are being there. So my intention is to give you like any specialty or any geographic area where like they are having something like camel milk, so they are exploring this opportunity in a bigger way. So similarly you can explore in Kashmir also what is innovative or unique for you, and why to sell only in Kashmir, you can sell anywhere. So I think you need to look at this kind of example where you can brand your product. And I'll give you an example of NutraGoat also. See, goats are everywhere, in, especially in UP, Bihar, Rajasthan, even in Kashmir also. But goat milk marketing is still it's in infant stage, and I think there are very few players. But I'm really happy to look at one entrepreneurial setup supported by Dr. Ibn Ali. He was one of my juniors from IVRI. They started fairly well this Nutra goat, and they started selling because they know like milk is very less in quantity. So what they did, they branded it and they targeted only specific customer who have high paying capacity and who can value the goat milk. And it's a kind of focused targeting, and they got good business. So this kind of new packaging is also changing the trend, especially in the milk and milk product, even in meat also, like pina colada from Amul. This kind of mocktail are also coming, which were earlier not available. So if Amul is innovating, why not you and us? And just look at it this way, because vermi composting, many a times we don't feel like it's a waste in especially dairy farming. But this boy is now I can say he's crorepati now. Earlier he was just procuring dung and making the vermicompost. Now these kind of fellow, they are selling this vermicompost to even Europe also. So these kind of things are happening. Like this is kind of from Khadi, they started something paint, but I'm not very much interested into that. Now coming to the country delight, I'll give you this example because I'm the user of this startup. Just imagine a kind of company coming with the milk kit. Here you can see milk kit. So what they are giving adulteration. They know like in North India, especially the milk adulteration is a big problem. So they are giving milk along with this reagent to test the other milk and their own milk on various parameters, and they are giving full-fledged, full-page newspaper campaigns, aggressive marketing even in print and this electronic media, and they are giving the head-on collision with the other structures. And the interesting point is, if you can read here, I am not sure whether you can see my cursor or not, a Doodh Wala initiative by IIM alumni. Just have a look on it, how they are branding themselves, like, okay, milk is coming from the setup organized by IIM alumni. So why not we as a veterinarian, we can have this kind of branding or this kind of trust, because everyone trusts veterinarians. So just I'm giving you more example of this because I have a look at the promotional material from Country Delight. So many things they are emphasizing. Just have a look at taste the purity, taste the purity. गांव से घर तक, milk kid love, and ताजा दूध या बासी दूध. Like they are hitting the nail with the passion. Okay, what we are doing, that is the only right way. Others are doing nothing. So this kind of aggressive marketing promotion, they are, and cow milk, buffalo milk, and ghar jaisa dahi, taja paneer, like these kind of things they are showing. And the entire thing is coming from Bijapur Dairy Private Limited. So my a thought for the internee students is, if IM fellow can do this kind of work, they don't know anything about milk and animals, but they know the business. So they have done this. You know the science, you know the farmer, you know the consumer. Can you learn some skill and develop this kind of model in Kashmir? Yes or no? If yes, how can? And it cannot be done by one person. There has to be a team, because all the successful example comes from team. Because you can bring some strength, you also need some IT guys, you also need some engineering guys, or a person who has worked in sales and supply chain. You need to understand your market, and you can do it. Now I covered the bigger scale. Now coming to the small scale intervention, here you can do interesting job, especially in Kashmir, in the tribal area or in the rural areas, where women are involved in livestock production, and they are having some traditional way of making some products. So similar thing has happened in Rajasthan. They have some traditional way of working, and they produce ghee. So they are making ghee in Dhawalpur, Rajasthan, and this is being sold in Delhi NCR at a premium price. Just have a look at it. A poor person in Rajasthan connected with the affluent person of Delhi. So this is an interesting thing. You can also explore in Kashmir. Can we do something for our own traditional livestock products? And this is the story. The same Apni Saheli producer company, they started with producer company, like some of the farmers, they come together, they make a FPO, farmer producer company. And then when they grow, they establish their own private limited company. Now they have rebranded it to Katori Fresh Cart. Now they are having all range of products, and they are selling to the malls, shopping malls. So this is a story from a kind of poor farmers. They club together and make a one FPO and then organized company. I met one person, a group, Sahaj. It's again a farmer producer organization in Agra. And what they are doing, they are copying the Amul model in an interesting way, and they are supporting, they are procuring the milk, processing it, and selling it. So it's a kind of farmer producer company. They can make their own decisions, and they are independent to Amul. It's supported by NDDB. So I'm not sure whether it is there in Kashmir as well, but I think FPO opportunities are there in livestock sector. This one is for the LPT guys, or the professors who are into this domain, because business planning and development unit was started by ICR in 2009, and I was the first business manager at IVRI. But after 4-5 years, BPD unit have been extended to many other institutions. So NDRI also got this unit, BPD unit. And what they are doing, they are assisting entrepreneurs with the technologies and making the innovative value-added livestock products, milk products, and selling to the market, providing facility and support to the entrepreneurs. So my I'm summarizing milk and milk products, because in milk and milk products, diversity is huge. We have smallholder farmer, marginal farmer. We are also having commercial dairy farm. We have seen like Apni Saheli ghee, which is coming from the rural part. But at the same time, just have a look at Europa. I have just clicked this photograph from a mall, and this milk is coming from Ireland. And what they are saying, 100% cow milk and free range farm. So definitely in India, it's been difficult to have free range farm, being a very populous country. So what they are doing, the milk is coming from Ireland, and you can see the shelves are also vacant. So there are customers in Delhi who are purchasing this kind of milk. So my only intention is, don't restrict yourself. This can be done, this cannot be done. There are immense opportunity you can do in livestock, especially in milk sector. And this is interesting photograph I clicked in one of the morning, where a person, a well-educated person, he came with Honda Amaze and the milk in the cane. So things are changing very fast, and there is no stigma attached now. People are taking it with pride. And innovation is coming from milk to vermicompost. It's up to you where you want to add value in value chain. Now coming to the another setup from Odisha. You can see they have created the similar model of Amul in Odisha, and they got very good funding. And this Shri Kumar Mishra, the very young person, they started this Milky Moo farm, and they grown like anything. And interesting thing, you can see goat cheese is coming into this market. So innovative products are coming. not only from India, but from outside also. Goat cheese is being sold in India. And now coming to the poultry, now milk segment is over. And whenever we are talking about poultry sector, so like the layer, broiler, and hatchery, they are the three clear-cut dimensions. But in layer also, if you look at it, I'm just giving you very interesting insight. This photograph I've clicked in, I think it was in Jharkhand, and see these ladies and the country birds, they were selling the egg at 2 rupee, 3 rupee. And just have a look at here, cage free eggs, and being sold at 6 eggs, MRP 55 rupee. Just imagine. And here MRP is 110. So these kind of products like 17, 15 rupees for egg, and here we are selling at like these farmers are selling at 2 or 3 rupees. So just what I'm highlighting here, see the difference in the valuation of two same commodity in different setting. And this is the opportunity for entrepreneurs to come and to give solution to this problem. Can you help these kind of women or the producer in the tribal areas with the country birds to sell their egg at a premium price? You can also get benefit, they will also get benefit. So that's the whole story of entrepreneurial innovation or intervention. And I'm just giving you a photograph of Kadaknath egg, which is a native breed of Jhabua, the black meat. And just see the packaging of Kadaknath egg. Like this is amazing. This kind of packaging, I'm not sure whether you have seen, but I have never seen this kind of packaging of egg. And this kind of bottle, like this was amazing to see. In fact, yesterday I also seen this kind of box in a store here in Delhi. So it means they are growing very fast. And this photograph I have showed you earlier, like milk is being sold in a very small packet to give and to get refreshed on the journey, if you are a solo traveler. So this is a kind of interesting opportunity which are coming. Now I'm coming to the goat sector. So whenever we are talking about goat, even FAO has recognized that goat has the maximum multiplier effect for the poverty reduction in comparison to other agricultural commodities and even manufacturing and services. But what exactly we are doing? Are we organized in goat sector? Unfortunately, not yet. Still lots of opportunities are there and youth are not there. So goat pit are like Nutra goat, I have mentioned you. See the branding and everything. So they are not afraid of the stigma. They are doing this business. And this is an interesting one. I am giving you this photograph from Aga Khan Foundation's work in Bihar, Muzaffarpur. They are doing this work where they are introducing animal feed technology in the field. And this is a veterinary doctor who has done MBSc from IVRI. So just giving you a kind of element where you can intervene technically in this development sector as well, the not-for-profit sector with the technologies, and you can empower the entrepreneurs. And see these kind of bags they are preparing for silage and other things. So what they are doing, they are making this kind of animal nutrition technology accessible to the smaller level, where earlier it was not there. And entrepreneurs, they are also getting benefit from this. Now coming to the marketing, wherever you go, livestock markets are highly unregulated. So can you do something like this? Because in Muradabad, I was working and I saw this boy, and he was very curious with this. And I asked, what is the rate of this goat? So I said, which one you look like most? This one or the one which is standing behind me? So I said, why? Which one? The price is not based on weight. It is based on the beauty or the looks. So still, all the research institution and veterinary colleges, they are working to improve the goat weight and everything, skin coat. And but at the end, farmers are not selling on the weight. It is being sold on the looks. So what exactly are we doing? Are we looking some gap? If yes, can we fill this gap? Can we introduce something in market structuring? If yes, there is entrepreneurial opportunity. If not, then there is a still struggle. And this is not limited to the goat, it is also with the poultry. So this photograph taken from Nepal. So they are selling the country bird like this. It's the pricing fixation, it's really, there is no rationale in looking at it. It's very unbiased. And very. But at the same time, I met this person, Alam Parvez Alam, and Lucknow. And this is I for the internship student. I'll tell you the amazing experience I had. This fellow, he said, he's having 300 goats, and the farm was not well connected with the road or whatever we learn in entrepreneurship program or in extension program. Whenever we are making the goat farm project and everything. This they established in a orchard, and a bit tricky thing to reach there. But the interesting point, he said, I am just making YouTube videos and I am posting on YouTube. And for the goat, I'm clicking the photograph, and it's on YouTube and Facebook. And whosoever is interested in which goat, they will decide. And this is like near Bakrid and near Holi, they do this kind of practices. And what they do, they decide the price. So this fellow, the goat which is finalized, they separate those goats, and a person will come pay either by Paytm or any digital mode. The account will the money will be received in account. They will deliver the goat at the farm gate. So look at the transaction and everything. They are doing really remarkable job in Uttar Pradesh, where we don't know this kind of structured farm. And in fact, this journey was very enlightening for me as well, because this kind of innovation, we are looking for a bigger intervention, but this kind of common sense make you a very successful businessman in this domain. And I am comparing this one with this first photograph. This fellow invested 2-3 crore rupees, and he was devastated. So I'm not here to give you only rosy picture. This is thing, this is good thing, this is always beneficial. Why I'm comparing this photograph with this fellow? Because he is a person who from ground know the tricky essence of the business. Everything is doing flawlessly. But this fellow, they invested 2-3 crore in shed, everything created first hand before ensuring the market. They brought 1,000 goats. There were many diseases, no disease management, nutritional problems were there. And unfortunately, this farm closed and they are successful. So the point I'm raising here, there are many opportunities, but you need not to jump, oh, this is the good one and I would do this. No, it's up to you, your understanding market, use your common sense, you can do good business rather than just inspired by some successful model, because their factor may be different, your factor may be different. So you need to understand your business model first, your own understanding, your market's understanding. So this kind of use of social media it's interesting. I mentioned about the NutraGold, and I'm giving you an example of Jaggery Good. And just have a look. This person is from Meerut, and this fellow is posting everything on Facebook about his production, which kind of seed he has sown, how he's flying, everything, how the crop is growing, and when it is harvested or product have been made, they are publicly announced, and automatically everything is being sold. They are not dependent on the market factors. So these kind of interesting insights are coming, and which will change the everything. And Licious is a very successful example where two fellow, they have changed the entire industry, and the most successful. In fact, they are the first company in this sector who got this unicorn kitab. And basically, they are in a meat products, processed product. So you can look at it. Now I'm just giving. I'll not take too much time. I'll give you some examples how veterinarians have done some interesting jobs. So I'm mentioning Dr. Balram Sahu, who was the government veterinary officer, and he was the later become registrar of Odisha Veterinary Council, and he started working on Pathe Pathshala. It's a People's University on Move. So basically, he is a man of ethno-veterinary medicine. So what he do in travel area, he go and just sit there at ground and start teaching the farmers in the tribal area with the ethno-veterinary medicine, how can they manage the health and production of their animal in that tribal resource constrained areas. And this is really interesting program he used to do, and even FAO and other international organizations recognize him, and he is the regular visitor to the Rashtrapati Bhavan. And Dr. R.A. Mashelkar sir is a very fond of Dr. Balram Sahu. So these kind of work can be beneficial for the rural and tribal areas. Now I'm giving you one example of one of my very good junior, Dr. Ibn Ali. Recently, his work has been also recognized by World Food, I think, Foundation. And this Ali Veterinary Wisdom, he started a kind of online website where he's doing consultancy. He started work with me in corporate, but after that, after some time, he started his own consultancy firm. He's there in goat sector, he's there in poultry sector, in dairy, name anything, he is there and doing really, really good job. So any person who is interested to do this kind of work, you can get connected with Dr. Ibn Ali. He's from MVSc from IVRI. I think some of our friends at Kashmir, they must be known to him. And this Dr. Balram, Dr. Bablu Sundi from Jharkhand, this is again interesting story. I met this fellow in Jharkhand in tribal area where government officials even afraid to go because of Naxalite and the heavy infiltrations are there. So, but this fellow is he's from the tribal community and he go with his van. He's once said, hey, sir, if I place Fortuner and my van at one crossroad in Ranchi, so there will be more crowd at my mobile ambulatory van rather than a highly influential person in Fortuner. So that shows the kind of respect he has earned and from the community and from the tribal area, and he is doing really, really good job. And he's a veterinary doctor, done MVSc, and after that he learned agriculture because he said whenever I'm going to those tribal area where no government officials are going, so farmers are asking what is the disease in this rice or some agricultural crop. So he is advising agricultural things as well. So this kind of thing is also getting very good recognition, and he started his own clinic and giving consultancy and yeah, running his own distribution shop. Now Dr. Bishore, he's done MBS, PhD from IVRI, and he is now CEO of this UBio Group, which is the India's biggest, I can say, the company in the veterinary diagnostics. So this is like example for the students or the professionals who are in this domain. They can understand this kind of thing and they can start their own company based on their own technology or own field. Now, this is also again a student from IVRI, Dr. Prashant. He is now director of Train Healthcare, and he got funding from BIRAC. And such a intelligent fellow from IVRI started entrepreneurial journey just after his MBSc with the company Generon Biolabs. And after that, he again established a new company, Train Healthcare Private Limited. And as a director, he's working very well in Bangalore. And last week, I had a discussion with him. He's highly successful in his field. So this example for the person who are from biotech or who are interested to work in private R&D or start their own passion to it. Now, Dr. Barbarua from Assam, Vet Helpline Private Limited. He's a master's in veterinary medicine, and after that MBA from outside, and he's again doing the consultancy. I think he's assisting OIE also. So this doctor is also doing really great job, especially in consultancy projects, especially at a larger level, bigger level. Now, this example is for those who are very much interested in clinics and they feel they can do something in, clinical or clinical aspect in surgery, but they may think, okay, for that we need more resources and we don't have resources in field operations or animal husbandry department. So this example of Krishna Lind from Dr. Tapesh Mathur is really, really interesting one. You must visit his website with a low cost or no cost investment. He's doing a kind of creating prosthetic limb for the animals, and is doing really very good job. All the praise for him being a vet and just BVSc&AH and working in Jaipur. Now I've shown you all the positive story. Now some negative stories as well, because I feel there should be a scope of everything positive and negative sides. As I said, like there are many startups who are coming and getting success. There are many startups who are also coming and getting failure. So this is a kind of Dudhwala initiative which was started very heavily. They got very good funding, but they closed the operations. Why this is? because there are many, daydreaming. They think, okay, that model is successful, so our model will also be successful. But that's not the case. And many times we feel like a new generation, they are a bit impulsive, who are having good resources. They think, okay, let us invest here and we will do something like that without proper planning. So what will happen? This kind of failure will come. So I think you also need to understand about the failure story, because they will give you more learning. And just my last couple of slides. The way ahead, as I mentioned, you in milk domain, in egg domain, poultry, in goat, even in business models as well. I shared some of the examples from the veterinarians, the young veterinarians, the older veterinarians. So there are various approaches you can adopt. And regarding opportunity, there are immense opportunity, but it has to be aligned with your, your resources, your mindset, your attitude, everything. And especially, like you are going to face very uncertain environment, because of I'm like, when I started my veterinary career in 2000, it was like we were thinking, okay, after BVSC we will be the veterinary officer, and it's like officers under training. But now things are changing very fast. There may be less job opportunity, there may be more demand of job creation, so you can explore those things. Apart from that, people are there having more money in their pocket. They want good meat, good milk, good eggs. So why not to explore this thing? IEM fellow, they are coming into this domain and they are getting good business. Why not we? So I think the challenges are more. We can do many things. I'm just closing this presentation with the statement, the quote which I written on my wall in my UG program. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved. So this is the message for you all. Don't think कि रुख हवाओं का जिधर के है हम उधर के हैं. It's up to you to decide कि this is what I am and I want to achieve this thing in my own domain. So you may be a businessman, you may not be a businessman, you may be a researcher, you may be academician, you may be in field operations. Wherever you will be, please have entrepreneurial mindset. It will definitely help whatever you will do. So thank you very much for your participation. I'm here to take your questions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It was nice to hear you. I mean, the presentation, which was really appreciating one, quite different and quite interesting. I do agree that we need to have entrepreneurship mindset. That's very important. And well said that destiny is not it's a matter of chance, but it's a matter of choice.
Dr. Pomperi,
Yes.
can I come in?
Yes, sir. We have been joined by our Dean of the Faculty, Professor Tufail Bande, sir. Sir, we are really blessed with your presence in this meeting.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, we had a lecture from our Dr. Rahul Srivastava. It was very nice. Probably you must be there.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay. So really for me, it was a very nice presentation, a different one, an innovative one, and encouraging one. He has given the examples of so many veterinarians who have taken different fields and see how the products are being marketed. It was really nice to see those packagings and all that.
Okay.
I really thrilled to see this presentation. I think we will hear from our Dean of the Faculty a few words of the wisdom. Over to Sir Tufail, sir.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Pomperi. I again thank Dr. Srivastava for giving a very interesting presentation in this today's webinar, which is being organized as a part of series of webinars for internship program of BVSc&AH students and other PG students. As we know, the entrepreneurship is a very important in the present scenario. when we have deficiency of jobs, but we have to explore the possibilities for starting our own enterprise. The presentation was very interesting, in which Dr. Srivastava has touched all the sectors of the livestock, including the cattle, goats, poultry, and the enterprise involving the livestock products like milk, meat, eggs, vermicompost. I suppose our students must have got motivated by this presentation. He has given also the plus and minus points of the enterprises. So lastly, I must congratulate Dr. Pampori for connecting a very interesting speaker for the webinar, who I am sure might have the given the minds, um, change the minds of our young vets who might just think to start their own venture in the livestock sector, where we have got a lot of opportunities, even when we do not have big commercial ventures in Kashmir Valley. Thank you very much. Over
Thank you
to
very much, sir.
Dr.
Sir, see, one point which Dr. Rahul Srivastava mentioned there, this entrepreneurship is not only that to start your business or the shops and all that. Even the persons with the caliber of that research and all that, they can have that mindset of entrepreneurship and see inviting different projects and rather getting funding from different agencies in the research field itself. So I think we have one of the fellow with us, Professor Azmat Alam Khan. He is, I can say now, entrepreneurship in inviting or in getting funding from different agencies in his research projects. So he is a very good entrepreneur in that field. If I can see over here anywhere, Dr. Azmat Alam, can you please unmute yourself? Dr. Azmat Alam? Yes, Professor Azmat Alam.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, sir. Few words from your lovely mouth, sir.
Thank you, thank you, Professor Pampuri. Yeah, you have, Professor Pampuri, you have rightly pointed out that the entrepreneurship, it is not the, as our speaker of the day has given a new definition to this entrepreneurship. It is not necessary that you need to be entrepreneur to do business. You need to be entrepreneur actually is the person who do something new. जो अगर हिंदी में हम कहें जो हट के कुछ करे. So this mindset of doing something new or something innovative, it applies or it is useful in all the fields, be it the business or be it in your studies, in your higher studies, in your other career searching for your career opportunities, you can do it. So there I agree with the speaker of the day. As far as the other aspects which were covered in today's lecture, uh, he was showing us the examples where the people have excelled. They have been veterinarians and they have excelled in, say, in business and in all other fields. I would there like to quote one example from Kashmir. We have one English or a French man. He lives in Tangmarg area. Now he makes cheese. He collects the milk from the area surrounding villages and makes cheese, and all that cheese that goes to that is exported, that goes to Europe, that goes to the Western countries. So that man, he came all the way from that Europe, and then he found this opportunity there at Tangmarg, and then he is now helping the farmers to increase their yield, and then he has gone into the then providing them better fodder seeds so that they can feed their animals well and then get the better milk and the good quantity so that he can make more and more cheese. So I wish our with this entrepreneurship program is going on, we have some online sessions and we have some offline sessions also. If a tour of that man could be contacted, he is here in Kashmir, so our students could be exposed to that venture also in future. So that would be a very good for the students. Even one of our students, we had some time back, we invited one of the students, a veterinarian, who has ventured into making those medicine. He has entered in the medicine business, particularly those herbal medicines, that etc. And he has also grown a lot, and he has some Ganai or something like that. He's named. He is now again eyeing the export market of those veterinary medicines which he is making. So there are opportunities are unlimited, and it is the innovative mind, or we have to do something new, and then we can tap that unlimited market besides the other conventional job markets, like being a veterinary officer or other things. As far as our speaker of the day is concerned, I believe we have met probably Dr. Rahul. He used to come to IVRI when I was pursuing my PhD. There was Dr. Shoaib Ansari.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, he is a good friend of mine, Dr. Shoaib.
Dr. Shoaib was his friend, and from Pantnagar he used to come, and probably Dr. Shoaib was my batchmate. We were doing PhD in poultry sciences together, and we at Shoaib's room we have met several times.
Yeah, I think so, sir.
So thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Rahul, for the very, very innovative and very, very good lecture. And that I believe, even if we are able to motivate just 1%, 2%, or just 2 or 3% from this group of students, to do something which is different, or to do something enterprising, we would be successful. Thank you once again, and thank you the organizers also, Dr. Pampori and Dr. Tufani and others who are there, who have taken lead in organizing this very, very innovative program for our internees in this phase, when because of COVID we have lesser opportunity in moving out. So they have utilized this technology, the internet and other things, and done something new. That is again an enterprising thing. Thank you so much, and thank you, Dean Professor M.T. Bondi, for leading us nicely through through these very difficult times of pandemic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Azmat Alam, for your nice words over here. Yes, for the information, we have already contacted that Chris Zandi is his name, who is doing with this Himalayan cheese. So we have already contacted him. If he was not here, he was out of the station. Probably we'll be receiving him in the month of November. We have already invited him for his physical appearance. And in that connection also, where yesterday we're having three entrepreneurs physically present at the faculty and having an interaction with our participants. Among them one was Dr. Isaac, who is doing some those equipment business, farm equipment business. So this program is going on. I think this is time for Dr. Tufani. Is there anywhere, Dr. Tufani?
Dr. Saab, may I just take 2 minutes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, most welcome. Most welcome.
Yeah.
So we have Professor Mujib Fazli with us. Is the in charge Manasbal Cattle Farm. Sir, most welcome in this session, sir. So, sir, unmute yourself and sir, go ahead with your words of wisdom.
I was pleased to hear the speaker, but unfortunately I missed most of the portion. I just joined just for 10 or 15 minutes, last minutes. So, but from those slides itself, I could learn many things, because I consider myself as perhaps the oldest student in this virtual. This is the advantage or the plus point of these virtual events, that age is no barrier. Otherwise, had it been in a class, nobody would allow me to sit among the students, or even I would shy out, even if I wanted to learn something. But in this virtual mode, age is no factor, so I go on learning things. So many things which I learned during these few slides also, I really thank the speaker. Two things which he mentioned, and I want to emphasize for the purpose for the students, that as our respected the speaker mentioned, that planning is important. For we are seeing now, since last few years, there are many MBA or postgraduate students, not veterans, others, who are now coming into this livestock sector because of the various schemes that Government of India has started, or since they don't have any job, they want to venture in this. But many of them fail finally. The reason is the planning. They do just go and see some other fellow's farm who is not a veteran, who has just started a few years ago, and then take all the that suggestions from him instead of contacting the veterinarians or the college or the Department of Animal Husbandry. So that has to be ensured, that whenever you plan something, do it now in modern way, and plan it right from day zero to the end. Don't bypass things. Don't go to those coax, rather partly coax, and then uh, invest money unnecessarily and then repent uh, subsequently. And second one, as the last slide of the speaker attracted my attention, that really it's it's not destiny, it's you what you want to be. And there is a already a very good quote, that God helps those who help themselves, and same is depicted in our holy Quran also. So we should ourselves think what will be best for us, and then plan things related to our job security, etc., and helping the people around and the nation. And thirdly, I want one just to emphasize, and just attention of the speaker as well as the senior most professors and the over here in this forum just now, that I think time has come that the animal sciences has to be separated from veterinary sciences. The reason is that, see, all these ventures, all this entrepreneurship which we have been talking, they revolve around animal sciences. Now, time has come that we are seeing zoonotic diseases. 75% of the affections which are now, there are many more chances for these entrepreneurs in disease diagnosis, treatment, and disease prevention. So once we club the animal sciences with the veterinary sciences, we are perhaps removing many opportunities from our youngsters. And I have already talked in many forms to the senior-most persons in the country, even Professor Madan, and he replied that we had done this experiment in Hisar and we failed it. But I wish to request all the dignitaries, all the professors, all the senior people to rethink. Time has changed. The time they started Animal Sciences College in Hisar, it was 40 years or 30 years ago. Now things have changed. Now we should explore. We should not think of that one college which we started and we could not give job to those graduates. But I think time has changed. We'll have to rethink in those lines. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity on my request. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So our speaker has some other engagements, so we won't take much of the time. Directly to the Professor Dr. Tufani for vote of thanks, please.
Assalamu, sir. Thank you, Dr. Pampuri, sir, for your give me opportunity for vote of thanks. Thank you, Dr. Rahul Srivastava, for his nice presentation and very impressive and motivative webinar. Thank you, sir, once again. I also thank Dr. Bande, sir, Dean, Faculty of Veterinary Sciences, for his continuous support And also thank to Dr. Azmat Alam Khan, ADR, for his presence in entire session. And also thank to Dr. Mojibur Rahman Fazli for his very nice inputs. He is always with us. And also thanks to Dr. Patu for his for organizing this session. And also thanks to all the participants for their presence. Thanks all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. And just one point I just thought to mention, all the seniors, you mentioned very nice points for me. I'm really humbly humble in taking all those praise, but my only intention is to support our future generation wherever I am and in what capacity. So I will be available for all the students and the professionals of Kashmir. You can connect me on my email ID, which is very simple, Dr. Rahul, DRRAHUL, IVRI@gmail.com. And I'm also available on LinkedIn, which is a professional platform where I'll be happy to associate with you all. And I really appreciate Dr. Pampari sir to organize all these things, and Dean sir and Dr. Mujib sir, and that's an interesting thought. And I also agree with that thought to separate both of streams, which is like a future need, and Azmat sir and Dr. Noor Al Tufani sir. I'm really happy, and I have many friends from Kashmir, many colleagues and juniors who are there at IVRI. Wish to be there at Kashmir in future, wherever the opportunity will come. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, most welcome to the Valley, sir. We'll be inviting you, inshallah, hopefully, if all this pandemic is over and the situation is congenial. Yeah. We will definitely invite you to this Valley of Heavens, I can say. Thanks a lot, sir, for your presence. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So I'm just ending the meeting now.